Hey guys, hello everyone. Welcome back to Echo FX. Alright, so it's been a while since we posted the weekly analysis, the weekly market analysis. So apologies about that. But the most important thing is that we are back. Alright, so welcome back again. So like the usual ritual we do have. We just be basically looking at the weekly analysis, looking at what to expect from the market for the week from the fundamental aspect standpoint and also from the technical standpoint. All right. So first of all, we'll just take a look at what happened last week in the market, what has happened from the fundamentals, then we'll progress to the technicals. All right. I hope we're excited about that. All right, so before we go, are you yet to subscribe? Come on, guys. If you're yet to subscribe, I don't know what you're waiting for. So come on, click on the subscribe button. Click on it. Yes, that button, that red one there. Yeah, so click on the subscribe button. Like the video if you're yet to, if you're watching and you're yet to like the video. I have no idea what you're waiting for too. So come on, like the video, share with your friends. Share with your friends. Don't enjoy all of the juice and the money alone. Right, so share with someone. All right, and also put down in the comment section what you've been learning, what you want to expect from EcoFX weekly analysis videos. And if there are any areas in the market on the charts that you don't understand, you can put it down in the comment section and we're going to create a video around that particular subject matter. All right, hope you're excited. All right, so let's go straight into the video. All right, so let's quickly look at what happened from the market. Well, from the from the fundamental standpoint, you can see no much news, but a lot of activity happened last week. All right, so last week was actually CPI, and we'll go into that. Let me not rush. All right, so from Sunday actually, the French parliamentary elections was on, and it actually gave quite a number of strength to the euro. All right, so going into Monday, there was nothing in the market. On Tuesday, there was a testimony from Powell, and Powell was trying to state that there's inflation is kind of cooling down in the US economy, and they're not really looking at hiking the rates just yet, but inflation is actually coming down. So they are looking at some other data like they're looking at the PPI data, they're looking at some other few data in regard to inflation in the US economy. All right. So on Wednesday, we had NZD release their interest rate and they left it same. And it gave a negative sentiment to the New Zealand dollar. We'll look at that on the chart when we go into the technical. Also, on Wednesday, the Fed also gave another testimony. Then on Thursday, GDP from the GBP zone. Then later that day, we had CPI, which came out negative. All right. So CPI came out negative, which actually followed through with what Powell statement was as regards inflation cooling down in the US economy. So you can see the CPI data is now at 3.0 and they're targeting towards 2.0 latest 2025 and we're still in 2024 and it's already 3.0. So they may not achieve it, but if it continues that way, they may get to achieve that particular result. So on Friday, we had PPI, which came out positive. All right, so the producer price index came out positive, and there was actually the consumer sentiment also, which came out negative. All right, so before we go into the chart, let's look at what we're expecting this week from the fundamental. Not so much also, but we have a bank holiday from the Japanese zone. And yeah, the Japanese zone had a major move last week. All right, so we'll look into that. I just had to say that because it was quite exciting. All right, so there was also Fed Chair Powell's speech. There will be on Monday. Then from the Canadian zone, we're having the CPI. Then the core retail sales from the US zone later that day. Then we also have CPI from the pounds, that's the GBP zone. Then unemployment change from the Australian zone on Thursday. Then we have the claimant count change, which is somewhat like the unemployment claims from the GBP zone. All right. So, and also from the Eurozone, we have the monetary policy. All right. So this is majorly the focus for next week. All right. the interest rate from the Eurozone, and also CPI from the Canadian zone. Those are the two major focus for next week. So on Friday, we have core retail sales from the Canadian zone and also the GBP zone. All right, so basically that's just the rundown for the fundamentals. So let's go straight into the chart, guys. All right, so we, as usual, we look at US index first of all to see what has really happened in the market. So if you've been following through, remember we've been speaking about some huge major sales on US IDX, that is on the dollar index, and it actually came through for for the major part of last week here and upper week. So let's quickly just draw out our key levels. So let's draw out our key level. So you can see there's this particular key level that market sold off from. So this is a major key level that market went to respect and respected it quite all right and sold off majorly from that zone. So there is also a key level here which price is trading below. But nevertheless, let's also look at it closely. That there is also a support level down here too, which price is currently sitting on. All right, so we would not neglect that price is actually sitting on a demand zone, on a daily key level. All right, on a daily key level. Let's look at the 4 hours to get more perspective. All right, so if you look at it closely, you can see 1, 2, 3 that at this particular level the dollar index pulled up from there, from that zone. So there's actually a lot of demand as of this level. There's a lot of demand for the dollar as of this level. That is price. That's price 103.712. All right, 103.712. Please permit my voice having a little bit of cold. But but yeah, we can still go further. We can still go ahead. So the demand zone is at 103.74. All right. So if you also look at price got into that level, that is this was a CPI actually that happened last week Wednesday. So this was the impact, but price retracted from there and came all the way back there again. So now going forward for this week, what I will anticipate is a possible, because I mean technical analysis has to do with data, has to do with historical data, and from history we can see that this is actually a key level that US IDX pulls up from. So basically, if I should, going into Monday, Tuesday, if I should see a bullish candle close from here, definitely trust me, I'm going to take my buys and follow it all the way, not necessarily back all the way here, but basically to, first of all, this level over here. So I'm looking at this level here first. So this is where I'll be looking to take my profit once I see that bullish candle close. So I want to see the dollar, having some strong bullish close around this level. So if I should see that bullish close, trust me, I'm going to be taking my buys into this zone. So it may not come all the way back here. I'm not really sure about that, but we'll just take it one step at a time. So if once dollar comes here and if it actually breaks above, then definitely we want to see it coming backwards. So from the daily time frame, we can actually see a possible long-term range. All right, so it has been ranging within these two zones over a long period of time. So it came from here, came all the way back up, came down here. All right, came all the way here again, came down here. So there's a very high chance that if the demand over here plays out, definitely we should see USD IDX pulling back up to this point. So in a situation whereby the dollar continues to loosen its strength and we see a breakout of this level, once there's a breakout of this level, guys, you just want to be patient for a pullback. All right, for a pullback, or you just look for bearishness around the zone, then you can follow the sales back down. But trust me, I don't think the US zone will want to play dead. Looking at their currency falling consistently. All right, so basically, I believe there will be some intervention from the US zone. All right, there'll be some kind of intervention or a positive data, somewhat from somehow, from the US zone to give it strength to pull back up. All right, so basically that's what I'll be expecting for the USD IDS coming into next week. All right, so let's go to Euro USD. So you can see the chart of Euro USD. So all major currencies that has been paired with the dollar has just been gaining strength, has been advancing over and over again. So you can see the Euro USD. You know, we've been looking at these charts together. Remember, we said that there's a very high chance that we may see Euro USD pulling back up to this support level over here. All right, to this support level over here, and it's currently sitting at that level. All right, so the same way USD IDX is sitting on a demand zone is the same way that Euro USD is sitting on a supply zone, which is a verified resistance. All right, this is a resistance because there's an already established sell from that level. All right, and this is also a supply, rather there's an already established sell. So also we would see that Euro USD actually, all right, we see that Euro USD actually bought off from a key level. You can see how price reacted over here, pulled to the upside, and also came down here again and pulled all the way to the upside. So the same way we are expecting a possible buy on USD IDX is the same way we'll be expecting a possible sell from Euro USD. So remember also that the Euro, they will be releasing their interest rate for the month of June, all right, which is coming up on the 18th of July, which is next week Thursday, and that is what we want to be having our eyes on. All right, so before then, if we're going to see, or if we see a bearish candle close around the zone, all right, a bearish candle close, they want to follow the sell back down. All right, we want to sell Euro USD back further to the downside. All right, but if not, if we see a breakout to the upside, then definitely we just want to be patient for a retracement and we keep buying. All right, so if we're going to buy, where are we buying towards? Let's look at the higher time frame. All right, so we just want to be waiting for this level over here. All right, so that's a level we want to be looking to buy into if there's a possible breakout to the upside. But if not, we'll just continue, we'll just sell all the way back down here. So we want to be looking for ourselves to somewhere around this level. Yes, all right, you can see how price reacted there. So when it broke out, there was no really a retest. So if we see any bearishness, we'll be selling into this level. Then we'll wait for price to give us further direction. All right, so let's look at NZDUSD quickly. So remember what I said, that the NZD, they released their interest rate for last week and it gave a negative sentiment. You can see this long candle over here. That was what gave the negative sentiment to the New Zealand, but it actually recovered. That was during the CPI on Wednesday. All right, that same day it recovered. I'm sorry, 2 days after, it actually recovered all of the move back to the upside, came all the way back down and came all the way back up again. So it's more or less like the NZUSD is in a range. You can see that Euro USD was actually very bullish for last week, but you can see NZUSD just not really doing so much. So let's look at it from the technical standpoint also. You can see that there's this key level over here. All right, there's this support level down here that NZUSD is sitting on. So it's still looking like there's a very high chance that dollar will continue its weakness. But I mean, we can't really say. We just need to be patient and just follow through with what price is actually doing. So where would be, if we're going to buy, where would we be buying towards? So there's this minor level here. All right, so let's look at it from the 4 hours. All right, you can see that how price respected it. So it may just be in a kind of a range. You can see how it respected it, came down here, came all the way back up, came down here, and it's pulling all the way back up. So ideally, what I would expect for NZDUSD is to basically just wait for price, because we don't want to be trading at the middle of a range. No, you want to wait. You want to wait for price to come either to the support level down here or the resistance level up here. So if it comes all the way back here, all right, and I see bearishness around this zone, trust me, I want to be selling back here again. That's what you do when you're trading a range, or you ideally just wait for a breakout above here or a breakout below. All right, So basically simple, nothing too complex on NZDUSD. So it's either you wait for price to come here, look for bearishness, then you can sell off, or you wait for price to break out, then you can enter an instant buy and you continue buying, or you wait for price to come here, come to this down, this support here. If you see any bullishness around the zone, you can take your buys back to this level here. Or if price should break out below, you can just wait for a clear breakout, then take your instant sell further down to, all right, where would you be selling to? All right, into this level here. All right, nothing too complex. All right, nothing too complex, quite easy. So let's look at a JPY instrument. Remember I said JPY had, all right, so I remember I said JPY had some massive sales last week. So this was actually an intervention from the JPY, that is the Japanese yen government. So the prices were actually too high. Can you just see how high? See how GBP JPY has been pulling up for a long period of time. All right, has been creating higher highs, and it extended for, imagine, see this number of days. I mean, you can literally, count the red candles, see how tiny they are. Right, so there had to be an intervention from that zone, and there was a massive sell-off. All right, so I just wanted to show us, I don't really have any analysis on GBPJPY as of now, because there may still be a possible sell-off again. All right, there may still be a possible sell-off for a correction before the buy continues. So these are, but this is a key level up here. All right, this is a key level up here that if there's a sell-off, I may want to be looking to buy from that particular level. But for now, I'll just want to be patient for a clear direction on GBPJPY. All right, so next, let's look at oil. So let's look at oil. So oil has been kind of been very bullish for a while. Yeah, it has been very bullish, but oil recently encountered a resistance level over here. All right, encountered a resistance level over here, and is currently retreating from that level. All right, so what I expect from oil is to basically just retreat to somewhere around here. All right, so retreat, you can see how price respected this level here, broke below it, retested it, came down, broke above it, retested it, came back up. So I would literally expect it to come here again. All right, I want to see oil coming here again first, then I want to buy, because the bullish momentum is still very strong. So I want to buy and wait for a break, and also anticipate a breakout. So I will buy, take my profit here. If there's a breakout, I'll just wait for another retracement, and then I can keep buying to around these levels over here. All right, these highs here. All right, so basically that would be my ideal position for oil. I mean, the strength is still very strong, and OPEC is still having they are trying to see how they can cut supplies. All right, and if they are cutting supply, definitely is going to give more strength to oil WTI. All right, so I'm not really looking at any bearish buyers on oil, because the strength in the market is still very, very strong. But if anything, any weakness comes into oil, I mean, I would just want to personally just stay out. All right, I would just want to stay out, look for a clear direction before I go into any other trade. But I'm just looking for more of buying opportunities on oil than selling opportunities. All right, so that would be all for oil. Then lastly, let's look at an indices, which is the US 100. I mean, the US 100 has been pretty strong. The tech companies around the world generally has been amazing. Looking at AI, infusing AI into their products or their services, and it has been giving a whole lot of strength to this to the indices market. If you look at US 500, look at DE30 or DE40, look at your US 500, US 30, basically the services indices, the tech indices as the tech indices US 100, they've been doing quite all right. But on Thursday, there was a major pullback. I mean, the correction was actually needed. So I would be looking for more buying opportunities now because there was actually a correction in the market. So you can see it corrected into a very important zone. All right, you can see this particular level, this resistance that price broke above, and that was where market corrected into. So basically, you just want to wait for, all right, you just want to wait for a clear direction to the upside, like a breakout above this level here. All right, a break above, or you ideally just wait for the market to come back here again, then give that bullish bias and you can buy. You can just keep buying. All right, so just look for buying opportunities around the zone or a breakout of this high over here. All right, so nothing more than that, nothing less. All right, so that will be all for the weekly analysis. All right, so guys, if you get to subscribe, if you've watched till the end and you're yet to still subscribe, come on guys, please click on the subscribe button, like the video, share with your friends, share with I don't know, probably your family members or even your enemies. All right, so just share with someone and also put down in the comment section which instrument you would be trading. And if you've been with us for a while, I want you to also put it down in the comment section which instrument you have been trading. All right, guys, so stay safe, trade safe also, and have a profitable week ahead.